Nice. So yeah, we're here for race 2, lined up on the grid. Actually, first one's here. And of course we've got our sturdy helper in the background. Race 1 didn't go so well, but hoping to make up some ground in race 2. Let's see how it goes.
This is race 3.
And welcome to Radical Underdogs. You've got Future Will doing the commentary here. We're on the start line already with the lights about to go on, and they go off, and away we go. Starting the race in 21st position, having qualified 18th and having that accident in race 1, which you can watch on the channel if you haven't seen it already. So down into Copse for the first time, leaving a lot of room, and there's a contact already, just trying to not have the same incident that we had in race 1, just trying to stay out of trouble really. So getting a lot of room on the outside of Copse. Now down to Maggots-Beckett's for the first time. Of course in the national circuit it's a much tighter corner than on the F1 circuit that you see, where they sort of fly around that in very impressive sense. We've got on the inside, we've got Andrew D, number 38. We're just trying to kind of stick it around the outside, to be honest, and we do successfully onto Club Straight for the first time. We are hopefully going to get a bit of a slipstream. We've got a lot of cars ahead of us cutting that hole in the air. As we go down to Brooklands for the first time, we were really good on the brakes in race 1, so maybe we can come from this far back. No, not this time around. Into Brooklands now, and I'm going to settle in really for the run round Luffield and hopefully get it down to Falmouth. But actually we've got quite a lot of room. Can he go around the outside of Luffield? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to have to cut back in and settle in for the straight as we go flat out through Woodcote. There's not really an overtaking opportunity there, so through Woodcote we go now, and hopefully now picking up that slipstream as we come down the main straight. I think same idea from Andrew Dean behind us, so we're going to do a bit of defending and attacking at the same time. Pick the braking spot carefully, here we go, and through we go with an apex speed of 75 miles an hour. Not good actually for this corner, but we've got the place regardless. Got a bit of a gap now down into the next group of cars ahead of us. So here we are, actually behind us we're going to have to do a bit of defending now. It's car 778 of Kevin Dengate. I think he's making a recovery drive. You saw him go off in race 1 actually in my footage from that video, and he's just swept past me, and I also swept past Richard Bartlett in car 78. So hopefully you can follow him through on the outside of Luffield again, trying that fairly unusual move, but actually making it work this time. And now we're up a couple of positions and hopefully continuing our recovery drive for the rest of this race. Here we are again, approaching the Maggots-Beckett's complex, coming from quite far back, but actually gaining quite a lot of time here as we're getting quite close to the back now of car 53, I think this is, Jonathan Field's end. So just coming out of the slipstream, almost running into the back of Jonathan there, but actually getting just in time. Actually got car 77 getting quite close at the back of us as well, so we've had to deal with him in a second. So actually, but through we go on Brooklands, and actually I think Luke Souch in car 291 there having issues of his own, but actually by going almost trying to do our trademark signature move around the outside of Luffield, we're actually leaving the door open there for Jay Shepherd in the car 777. It is an absolutely lovely livery car there, in a much better condition than the Radical Underdogs car, and maybe just let him through just for the livery, to be honest, and that's my excuse as he overtakes on the outside into Copse Corner, where actually I come under pressure for the next couple of corners as a result of that slow entry that I had there. Here we go, we're going on to my fastest lap of the weekend. Clearly it's not the fastest lap overall, but this is my fastest lap of the weekend. It was a bit of a game of cat and mouse with the group in front really. You can see there's no real pressure from behind, but we're trying to catch up with the group in front. So that's fast right-hander Copse Corner, now coming down to Maggots-Beckett's. As I said, in the national circuit it's a much tighter corner that takes you on to Club Straight compared to the F1 circuit that you'll see much more commonly, I guess, on TV. So flat out, a bit of time to check mirrors, check sort of dials, make sure there's nothing wrong with the car. Concentrate on the braking zone now. We've been good on the brakes into Brooklands. So left into Brooklands, and then you've got to prepare yourself immediately for the right into Luffield. So we're pretty much bang on our previous best time at the moment, but actually making quite a lot of time up through Luffield. obviously carrying much more speed, basically getting almost up to, well, over a tenth of a second on the exit, and hopefully bringing up to 2/10. So through Woodcote, which is basically flat out, and over the line for a 1:13.5. It says 0.6 on the screen, but it's actually a 0.5. If we're interested, the overall best time was a 1:12.2, and that's compared to number 1:13.5. So a bit of a time to make up, but it's not completely in different levels. Here we are, last lap of the race, coming down into Cops Corner, and there is contact up ahead, and the car spins across the track, and very close to hitting Brad Jones in car 69, who has to retire from the race, unfortunately. But that was very close to a big accident. It stays the same for the rest of the race. Gained 3 positions in that incident, actually, and across the line for finishing 16th, having started the race in the 21st. Staying out of incidents, staying out of trouble, getting a few overtakes. Got 5 places there. Started the whole weekend, of course, qualifying 18th. So up a couple of places, and even with that contact in race 1. So thank you so much for watching Radical Underdogs next time we're out at Snetterton. That's at the end of July, so the videos will probably be out in August. In the meantime, there are obviously lots of videos to watch on the channel, and thank you very much for watching.